So today we shall study the derivatives of composite functions. Composite function derivatives of composite functions. What does mean composite functions? So composite functions is also named as a function of a function. That if one function is depend on the another function, and that function is depend on the third function, and so on. So that is called as composite functions. So the example is that is velocity depends on the displacement, and displacement depends on the time. So we call velocity the function of time. Similarly, accelerations that depends on velocity, and velocity depends on the displacement. Displacement depends on the time. So therefore, acceleration is a function of a time. So these type of functions are called as the composite functions. So now, how to find derivatives of the composite functions? So in the first year, we have studied the derivatives of some functions, derivatives of simple functions. That is, derivative of functions of the form y equal to f of x. Y equal to f of x. So derivative of the y function of the form y equal to f of x, where in this y depends on the x. Y depends on x. So y is called independent variable. Y is dependent variable, and x is the independent variable. X is independent variable. So here there is one independent variable, that is y, and one independent variable x. So the derivative of this y, the derivative of y, derivative nothing but small change in y. The small change in y, that means derivative of y with respect to x. Because y is dependent variable, so we have to find the change in y with respect to x. So the change in y with respect to x, the change should be very small. So that is called as derivative. So derivative of y with respect to x is denoted by dy by dx. So it is read as derivative of y with respect to x. It means that the small change in y with respect to x. So then also denoted by f dash of x, also denoted by y1 or y dash or capital dy, read as derivative of y with respect to x, or dou y by dou x. This symbol is dou y by dou x. Or also can represent, that is derivative of f of x with respect to x. So most common useful symbol is dy by dx. That is nothing but derivative of the y with respect to x. So derivative of y with respect to x is nothing but the change in y with respect to x when the change is very small. So we can also write like this: dy by dx is equal to limit of the delta y by delta x as delta x is approach to 0. dy by dx is equal to limit of delta y by delta x as delta x approach to 0. That is, the change in y with respect to change in x when the change in x is very small. Tends to 0 is nothing but it is very close to 0. So this limit is called as the derivative of y with respect to x. So it also termed as the error in y. No, error is nothing but the small change in the original value. Original value is nothing but dependent value with respect to independent value. So this is also termed as the error. So that we'll discuss in the next lesson. That error, how to find the errors. Errors are the absolute errors, percentage error, relative errors. These all can be found using the derivative. So in the first year, again you have studied definition of the derivative with respect to x at some x, where x is the domain in the function f of x. So it is defined as dy by dx is equal to limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h of x by h when h is 10 to 0. Where what is h? H is equal to delta x, the change in x is nothing but h. So similarly dy by dx defined at particular point at x equal to a, where a is some particular point in the domain of the function y equal to f of x. Suppose if domain of function is real number, so x may be any real number. You can take a equal to 1, a equal to whatever. A is any real number. Suppose if domain is only this 1, 2, 3, so a may be 2, a may be 3, or a may be 1. So the a is the point in the domain of the definition of the function y equal to f of x. So dy by dx at x equal to a is defined as the dy by dx is equal to limit of f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h, where h tend to 0. This is the definition of the derivative of the function at x equal to a. So again there are two types of derivatives. Two types of derivatives of function. There are two types of derivatives of the function. Derivative is nothing but the change in the, suppose this line, the derivative is nothing but change in y with respect to x. And it is defined as limit of delta y by delta x. So limit of two types already studied, that is right hand limit and left hand limit. Right hand limit. So right hand limit is nothing but there are very close values from right side, values to the left side. Here are the same. The derivative is nothing but limit values. Here the two values. Here also the dy by dx also two values. The one right side value, another left side values. So right hand, this is the derivative of right hand derivative. Another is left hand derivative. So right hand derivative is nothing but when h tends dy by dx is equal to limit of the function f of x plus h minus f of x by h when h tends to 0 plus is nothing but h is slightly greater than 0. We should move to the right side. And left hand derivative is nothing but dy by dx is equal to limit of h tend to 0 minus f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. Slightly less than 0. That means 0 minus. Suppose if function which obeys the right hand derivative and left hand derivative, and that may equal. If the right hand derivative of the function and left hand derivative of the function is equal, if right hand derivative is equal to left hand derivative, the function is said to be differentiable. The left hand derivative is nothing but right hand limit, left hand derivative is left hand limit, right hand limit. Same, continuous function is nothing but the left hand side NHL is equal to RHL. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Then function is said to be continuous. Here what the right hand derivative and left hand derivative same, it is left hand limit, right hand limit. If left hand limit is equal to right hand derivative, likewise if right hand derivative is equal to left hand derivative, function is differentiable. So it means that continuous function is differentiable. But every continuous function is not differentiable. Every continuous function is not differentiable. Every continuous function is not differentiable. But was converses, that is every differentiable function is continuous. Every differentiable function must be continuous. Must be continuous. It means if function is differentiable, it must be continuous. If function is differentiable, it must be continuous. But if your function is continuous, it may or may not be differentiable. That is, if function is continuous, so it is not necessary that it should be differentiable. Sometimes the function will be continuous, it may not be differentiable. And another way, that is every discontinuous function cannot be differentiable. That is clear. Every discontinuous function cannot be differentiable, because for differentiability it must be continuous. But for continuity it is not. The function f of x equal to mod x is defined as, this function is continuous function at x equal to 0. Continuous function, that is, that left hand limit is 0, right hand limit is also 0. So function is continuous at x equal to 0, but it is not differentiable. It is not differentiable at x equal to 0. Not differentiable. When you differentiate these, right hand means the derivative of this 1, and here derivative of minus, this is minus 1. So when you differentiate the function left side, we get minus 1. When you differentiate the function right side, we get plus 1. So this is 1 is not equal to minus 1. It means the left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative. So the function is not differentiable, even though it is continuous. So it means that every continuous function cannot be differentiable. But every differentiable function is continuous. So once again note that if function is continuous, so it is not necessary that it should be differentiable. So if function is continuous, it may or may not be differentiable. We take another example, f of x mod x plus 1 is continuous everywhere. It's continuous at x equal to minus 1 also. It is continuous at minus 1 but not differentiable at x equal to minus 1. At x equal to minus 1, it is not differentiable. This, if you have to make 0, minus 1 plus 1, that is 0, minus 1. Similarly, f of x equal to mod of 2x minus 3. It will make 0, 2x is equal to 3, x equal to 3 by 2. So it is not differentiable at x equal to 3 by 2. So these points are called point of non-differentiability. Point of non-differentiability. This is important for CET. So the point of non-differentiability for mod x is x equal to 0, and for mod x plus 1, the x equal to minus 1, and for mod 2x minus 3, the point of non-differentiability is x equal to 3 by 2. So I will discuss another example for point of non-differentiability. So suppose function is given f of x plus 1 plus mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus mod of 2x minus 1 plus mod of x plus 2. So what are point of non-differentiability? What are points of non-differentiability? That is, this one is not differentiable at x equal to minus 1. This is not differentiable at x equal to 1 by 2. And this is not differentiable at x equal to minus 2. These are the points of non-differentiability. So other than that, the points of differentiability. So now we go to the concept that is derivative of the composite functions. So what composite function is defined? Composite function means the function of the function, one function, and so on. These are the composite functions. In general, I will take the function of the form, a function of the form y equal to f of g of h of x. In this, so now see, y is dependent on the g of h of x. Y depends on g of h of x. G of h of x depends on the h of x, and h of x depends on x. It means y is the function of f, f is the function of g is the function of h, and h is the function of x. So y is not directly dependent on x. Y first depend on f of g, then h. So simply it means y indirectly y depend on x only, but here it is not directly dependent. So y is first y depend on f, and that one is depend on another, and that is depend on another. Next depend on h. So this type of example I will give. Velocity acceleration is depends on the velocity. This velocity depends on the displacement. Displacement depends on the time. Right? So this is what the acceleration. Acceleration depends on velocity. Velocity depends on this is the composite function. Same here. Generally, y is the function. Y is the composite function. Here we will discuss how to find derivative of the composite function. It means we have to find derivative of the y. Already we know if there is one function y equal to f of x, we know derivative is simple, dy by x is equal to f dash of x. So for example, y equal to sin x, here only one dependent variable y, one independent variable x. Y is directly dependent on the x. See, if x changes, sin x changes, means y changes. If x is different, y different. So y is directly dependent on the x. So we know derivative of this with respect to x is equal to cos x. So similarly we can take y equal to suppose cos x, y is equal to cos x, then again it is y dependent on x. So derivative of y with respect to x is derivative of cos x minus sin x. X is to n if y equal to x is to n, then derivative of y with respect to x is given by derivative of x is to n is n x is to n minus 1. So these are direct formula. These you are studying first year. This the x. So decompose. We have to decompose the function, composite function. Let it divide into some simpler functions. Let consider g of h of x. I will take this is u suppose. Remember, u is not constant, u is a function of x. So u, then it reduced to what? Y reduced to f of u. Y reduced to f of this is I take u, y is equal to f of u. Now here observe that y is a function of u. Y is a function of u, right? So y depend on the u. Here only one dependent variable y, another independent variable u. Therefore, we can differentiate y with respect to independent variable u. dy by du is equal to the derivative of this f dash of u. Then, still u is not directly dependent on the x. Again we decompose these. G of h of x. So I will take v equal to h. Then u becomes u is equal to what? U is equal to g of h of x is v. U is equal to g of v. See here u is a function of v. So now here u depends on the v. U is depends on the v. So we can differentiate u with respect to v. du by dv is equal to derivative of g of v denoted by g dash of v. See here, v is directly dependent on the x. There is no problem. So here only one function is there, one independent variable, one dependent variable. Here it was not like this. Here one y depends on g of h of x. In that there are two functions. So make it y, then differentiate y with respect to u. Again in the u, again there is a composite functions. There is a mix of two functions. Separate it. Take h of x is v. So it is of the form u equal to g of v. Then differentiate with respect to v. So like this. Now v is direct depend on the x, so we can differentiate with respect to x. dv by dx is equal to h dash of x. So now we have what we want dy by dx, because we want the final derivative of y with respect to x. No, it is final independent variable. So we want the change in y with respect to x. It means we want derivative of y with respect to x. So that will go out by multiplying all those things. See, dy by du into du by dv into dv by dx. So that's here du we cancel, dv we cancel, so dy by dx will get. So dy by dx is equal like this. So this is the called as the chain rule. This rule is called chain rule. So it means we can find derivative of composite functions. Chain rule means we have to separate the functions and we have to find different derivative of that. Then if it has again two functions, make it decompose, then make it separate, we differentiate, then like this. We have to multiply derivative of all this, so we get dy by dx. So now I will write du by dv is g dash of v, dv by dx is h dash of x. Therefore f dash of u is nothing but u is g of h of x, then g dash of v is nothing but v is h of x, h dash of x. So this is the derivative of the composite function. So derivative of the composite function is given. So this formula is not required. So first, if it is containing the functions, separate it, then find the derivative of individually with respect to derivatives, so we get the dy by dx. Fine. That is the derivative of the dependent variable y with respect to independent variable if y is a composite function of x.